Hey guys, welcome back to Just Tucking Around today. I have a special guest, NinoBand.
Bands, what's up? What's up?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How you living?
Doing well, doing well. So happy to have you on. Um, After I had Humphrey on, he hit me up and he goes, "Yo, I got someone I really want you to have on the show."
Oh yeah, my
He's like,
guy, my guy.
Let me know if he hits you up." Next thing I know, I got a message from you. It's Nino. I'm trying to come on the show. So I was like, "Oh
Oh
man, this
yeah,
is gonna be
that was
awesome."
mandatory. That was mandatory. Yeah, he hit
So
me because I ain't really seen no interviews out in low like that for
yeah,
I had to
so
tap in.
this is my 12th episode now, and yeah, it's basically I'm just trying to get like people that people that I know, people from the city,
Hmm.
eventually like grow it into something even bigger where I can get, like even like high profile guests, all this stuff. But starting local and stuff like this, it really helps promote like all the types of talent and ideas that come from the city and Lowell, and
Coming
I
out the
don't know. I'm super
mills
excited to have you on, and I think it'd be great. You know.
for sure, for sure.
So you have an album dropping tonight at
Yeah,
midnight.
midnight tonight.
So by the time this is out, I'll probably post this around noontime. It's gonna be already out. Where can the people listen to it? And could you tell us a little bit about the album itself?
All right, so it's gonna be on all platforms, mainly SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music,
Hmm.
stuff like that, Pandora too, and all that. And yeah, it's basically like it's just kind of like a debut album, just to really go deeper into who I am and like deeper into my life, my background, and all that.
I love
I
it.
named it Mill City and all that because the city. So gotta put the city on.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So the album's called Mill City. Do you have any features on it?
yeah. I got Vic Swavey and then my boy D Stacks.
Nice. So
Yeah.
you named the album Mill City.
Mm.
Obviously, that's for people who may not be from here and are watching this. That's the nickname for Lowell. What does it mean to
Yes,
you to
sir.
be an artist from Lowell?
It's really just like, I mean, that's all I knew for a while. So like, it's a big deal for me to represent it and just
Hmm.
kind of let people know that's where I'm from. Because we got a lot of talent there, and we got a lot of good people that's doing everything that they doing, whether it's music, sports, all that. And I feel like it's just important to really put that name out there. You know,
Hmm. For sure. And
yeah.
what what made you like originally like get into making music, rapping? What how did you get your start basically into this space?
It was kind of random for real, like, cause I ain't really like I listen to music a lot, but growing up I wasn't really into like the making music aspect. But I don't know, it was like 2017. Uh, I just kind of fell into it, and once I started, like I just couldn't really stop, so I just kept going with it. It was just something. It was a habit at first, and then as time went on, it became a passion.
That's awesome. So how
Yeah,
long you been making music now? For 3 years, since 2017?
yeah, 3 years.
Do you remember the first song you made and how that went and what that was like?
Yeah, it was a Take A remix. It was a I think it was the race.
Hmm.
At first, like it was a joke. I had put it on Snapchat, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm finna," because everybody was dropping a remix to it. So I was like,
Hmm.
I'm finna drop mine." And then I didn't really take it too seriously till like people actually started hitting me up, like trying to see where it was at. So I was like, "Shit, I might as well just write in all that." And then I ended up recording on my phone, and it was just cool. Like I don't
Hmm.
know, I messed with it a little bit. And then I just ended up dropping it. And
And
yeah, it
where
ain't
did you get the name Nino Bands from? How did that come?
bands. It was a replacement name for my old names, but it came from you ever seen New Jack City?
Sorry, who was that?
You ever seen New Jack City, the movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, it's a movie. It's about like it's like about a drug dealer from New York,
Hmm.
and basically like he had like the whole city hood and stuff like that. And his name was Nino Brown, so I just took Nino and then added the bands to it. You feel me? 'Cause
Hmm.
that's really my favorite movie. Yeah.
Interesting. I love that. So that's pretty cool that you got that from a movie.
Yeah.
So for people who have never listened to your music before, who what would you say it's about? Who does it relate to, and what kind of topics do you like to bring up and stuff like that?
I mean, I try to just cover my life the
Hmm.
most, and then it's like people who can relate to what I went through or the stuff that I'm talking about my life. Like it's gonna be easy for them to relate to it. So it's really just, yeah, I'm just really talking about what I go through, and like
It's
a lot of
good,
my music is, yeah, it's based off of just
deeply
stuff that I'm
personal
going
stuff like
through.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
who would you say are like your biggest influences in the game? Like who are the rappers that inspire you or that you look up to or hold to a high regard?
Uh, Probably my favorite rapper is Nas. So
Hmm.
that's one for sure. Meek Mill, just based off the way he moved. G Herbo too, just based off the way he moved too.
Hmm.
Uh, let's see, Big L. You heard of Big L?
Hmm.
Yeah, Big L's up there. And then yeah, I rock with Durkio. A lot of Chicago because that's what I was rocking with when I was
Right.
coming up and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's awesome. And who would you say would be your dream collaboration? So like if one day like one person you could have on a track or go bar for bar with, who would you want?
Probably Nas for sure.
Hmm.
Nas for sure.
OG.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That'd be sick.
Cause I really
Um,
have to go crazy on that one.
so
Yeah.
this debut album you have coming up, Mill City, it's gonna be a look into your life and what it's like in this city. Um,
Mhm.
so with that being said, um, is there anything that people from this city will be able to like? How do I want to say this? Like, is there like a sound, or maybe is there like a Lowell sound? Do you think, or like some sort of like vibe that artists from Lowell are like bringing into their music that you see like with other artists in this space?
Yeah, I feel like I mean a little bit, but everybody kind of got their own thing.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I try to really separate myself
Hmm.
with this album, just how I'm talking, my flows, my everything. Like I wanted to be completely just new, brand new. So like the vibe in it, it's like it's a whole different vibe, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like picking beats and stuff, do you work with producers or do you get them from like YouTube or buy them from like other producers, or do you work with people like that you know that make beats and stuff? Like how does that work?
I mean, with this project, it was all YouTube beats, but
Hmm.
like I've been starting to work with producers. I'm trying to
Hmm.
get more low producers, just to lock in with more, and then just take off with people from the city.
Definitely, definitely.
You know,
Um, so like when you start making a song or a project, so I'll start with this. When you make a project, right? Do
hmm
you just start like do you have an idea of what the project's going to be before you go in? Like, oh, this is what I have in mind. I want to have like this many songs. I want to have this, or do you just keep making songs and you're like, how can I piece this together after the fact? Like, how does that work for you?
yeah. Well, well, with this one being like this is really my first one, so like it was kind of just I put together a bunch of the stuff that I had made like this year. So
Hmm.
like I ain't make none of the songs except for like one of them. Like I ain't make them intentionally to be on an album or nothing. It was just I was just kind of making music, and then once I decided I was gonna put them all together, it was like they just fit well together. So
Hmm.
like I'm probably just gonna keep doing that moving forward. But I
Hmm.
might try and like have different concepts with albums. Like
Right.
yeah,
Got you. And so what's your creative process like? So when you're like making a song, are you like do you keep a notebook? Are you like Lil Wayne where he just jumps in and freestyles on a beat and then like maybe he'll like make an adjustment here or there or do it over
uh,
again? But like how does that work for you? Just putting lyrics on a song, like how does that work? Or do you listen to a beat and then think about like how that works? Or yeah, like what's your process for that?
I write a lot
Hmm.
usually, but like I've been starting to like usually just punch in kind of because like I don't be in the studio like 24/7. So it's like I kind of have to write. But sometimes I might just freestyle and like record something on my phone and just be punching in on my phone and then write it down and then go in the studio. But
Hmm.
I'm usually writing most of the time.
And do you ever deal with like writer's block and like not knowing like what's next, what the next song's gonna be like, or like what verse works best and stuff like that, how to fit it into a rhyme scheme, like how do you deal with stuff like that? And
Usually like, cause like there was a point where I low key went like 2-3 months, like I couldn't write, like, I couldn't make good songs. So like sometimes I might just take a break and just, just live life and then come back and I'll have more to talk about.
mhm,
Yeah, sometimes it's just, you might talk about everything and then you get
right.
to the point you don't know what to talk about.
And where do your interests go like beyond music? Like what else do you do to like keep yourself like if you're dealing with something like in it, like let's say you're trying to make a song and you just like or you just finish a song, like what kind of stuff do you do outside of music to like be able to like bring you back into the zone, or like for fun even afterwards, or like stuff like that, like what do you do outside of music?
Uh, I hoop a little bit. I
Mm,
hoop a little bit, and then really just, I mean, I'll be chilling with family and just friends and stuff. For real.
yeah,
Right now, there ain't really too much to do just because of you feel me, the conditions we in and all
right,
that,
yeah,
Corona and all that. But
definitely.
usually, yeah, I'll probably hoop a little bit, just kick it. Yeah.
That's good. And what advice would you give to someone who is thinking about like becoming a rapper or just making music in general? Like, if they like, maybe if they don't know like how to get their start, or like
Mhm.
how that works. Like, what would you say for them?
I would say just like, I don't know. I feel like if you don't do music or whatever you're trying to do, like I feel like it's important to know like what you really want to do with it, like what your real intentions are with it. And
Mhm.
that's like, I don't know. I feel like you should have a relationship with yourself to where like you can be able to like really communicate with yourself about where you're trying to go, what you're trying to do. Like when you're going through stuff with it, you gotta be able to like really push yourself through all that and focus on what you're trying to do, whether it's music or whatever it is you're trying to do for real.
So, um, making like being able to like make a song, record it, put it out, hope it does
Mhm.
well, hope people listen to it, hope people like it, and stuff like that. So there's also a lot of risk that comes into that, because there's so much time and like effort and like dedication that comes to like really like trying to perfect your craft and get to the point where like that you're capable of being. And it's obviously a long process for a lot of people. Some people it happens faster than others, and some
Mhm.
people it's more of a long process. What is your like, where do you find your motivation to just like keep going and keep making music and keep doing things that like will pay off in the end?
I mean, for me, it's like I'm kind of stuck with it. Like the amount of time I put into it and
Right.
just like the thoughts, like everything, like it's an obsession for real. So it's like it's hard for me to not do it. Even when I
Hmm.
stop, it's like I always want to go back to it.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
you didn't come this far just to come this far. You got to keep pushing along.
facts,
For
facts.
sure. So I'm sure throughout all this, like your whole like journey in the past 3 years making music, there has to be some people, I don't know if would be like family members or teachers or mentors or someone like that, even though these people wouldn't really be mentors, but like the people that try to like say, oh, well, why would you do that when you can do this? And this is more of a safer route. How do you deal with like criticism or people trying to bring you down or haters and stuff like that? And like, how do you use that as fuel? Do you ignore it? Like, how do you like how does that work for you? Like, how do you take that in?
Uh, I mean, I would say like I feel like I'm low key like my biggest critic for real.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
like yeah, like everything. There's nothing you can tell me that like I haven't already told myself. Like you need to
Right.
fix this. You need to like I do that myself. So it's
Hmm.
like I don't know. I can't really take what someone else says too serious.
Yeah. Like, who are they to
Yeah,
tell you to not follow your dream
yeah,
at the end
that's
of the day?
facts.
Yeah. Um. So. Hmm. Okay. So there's something going on in this country right now that especially on this show and others in this whole grand scheme of things that I feel like it would be wrong to not bring it up, and it's this horrible case of murder that happened in Minneapolis on this man named George Floyd, and it's been such a tough thing to learn about and read about as we've been getting more news about it and what's been happening. And it's nothing. And the sad thing is, it's nothing new in this country. And
Yeah,
so basically, this police officer, for people who maybe are living under a rock and haven't heard yet, this police officer had his knee on a man's neck after he was already detained, and basically just murdered this man in broad daylight while it was recorded. And he was recently fired, but obviously that is not enough. This man committed murder, and he should be in prison. And I've just been
definitely.
seeing so many people tweeting about this and trying to bring even more awareness, even though it feels like we do this like it happens, and then there's like an outrage or people trying to be activists and protests and all this stuff. And this time there was riots, but then the sad thing is it gets quiet after a week, and 2 months from now
Yeah,
something very similar happens again, and the whole thing repeats. And do you have anything you would like to say about this?
yeah. I feel like, I mean, really, it's like when I seen it, like the first time I seen it, it's crazy because like I wasn't even like shocked. I wasn't even like questioning it. Like I feel like it's a problem that like I seen it and I was like not even shocked. Like literally,
Right.
it was like something regular and it shouldn't be. But it's like, I mean, right now, like you can kind of see. I think a lot of people are just tired of it for real. Like it's getting to
Hmm.
that point where it's like it's bad, especially where it happened too. And where was it? Minneapolis.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I seen what they was doing out there. It's like I ain't gonna say I promote violence or nothing, but like I don't know. I feel like if you gonna use the violence route, like it definitely it's better that it's not like against each other. You feel me? It's
Right.
people are finally realizing like who the real enemy is for real.
And
Like, yeah,
it comes to the point where it's like, how many peaceful protests do we have to have before we realize that that's not what's going to fix the problem? Like, as much as we want it to and as much as we hope it does, time and time again we see that when there's peaceful protests, the same cops
nothing
that
happens.
have these feelings, they don't change their feelings because of this.
Yeah,
So like, I'm not saying that we should go around and start just like spreading violence on everyone
hmm,
because of this, but sometimes action does speak louder than words. um
that's
and
facts.
so yeah, so obviously please don't go out and like feel like you have to go out and hurt people, but
Yeah,
they say like rioting is the language of like the people that are silenced or something like that. I totally messed up that quote, but it was I
yeah,
saw it on Twitter and I really liked it. And yeah, so but yeah, so obviously a heartbreaking thing. And I don't know, it's just such a tough topic to talk
it's
about.
tragic. It's
Yeah,
tragic.
it's tragic. I
Yeah,
mean, seeing the video of that man just saying his last words right under that man's knee,
yeah.
where he's saying, I can't breathe. Please, like, please get off me," like all that stuff. Man, that was so tough to take in. It's horrible.
I ain't gonna lie, like I try to avoid it. Like the first day, like I seen it and I was like, I was trying to avoid it for real. But like the
Right.
second day, like it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it was just
Yeah.
it was
It's
bad.
almost like at first you're like, do I even really want to watch this? Because
Yeah,
it's just so horrible. And then it gets to the point where it's like, if I, if I don't speak about it, am I continuing this to happen? Like, if I don't speak on this, am I just part of the problem at that point? Because
yeah, for
if
sure.
everyone just felt like, oh, this is too horrible to talk about, and it was never talked about, then nothing would change
Yeah,
anyways, even though it feels like not a lot is changing. Like, there comes a point where we have to be even more vocal than we think we have to be to get the message across that like, obviously this has to change, and that this man should really go to prison for what he did.
you see, like there was a bunch of cops outside his crib and all that. Like
Yeah, they had 75 armed police officers with
that's
shields
crazy. That's crazy.
trying to protect that man. But it's like, well, they wreaked havoc on the city. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's like the police is gonna pay for that because all
yeah,
the pressure is gonna be on them.
yeah. I saw it was like Target, like they can build a new Target. They can't bring back that man's life.
They can't. They can't.
So yeah. And the other thing that is infuriating during all this time is like you see like all these people struggling, like regular people losing their job, switching to the pandemic now. Like a lot of people like losing their jobs, their incomes cut, like they have to go to unemployment now. There's a lot of people on unemployment, and like everyone's lives being affected by this. But then you see like it just came out news that like Jeff Bezos and all these like billionaires are like making more money because of this. And it's like, are you kidding me? Because more people
Yeah.
buying from Amazon, more people using these companies. It's like, damn, like even like when people face like all these problems and then this situation happens and they start what people say like looting Target, like destroying Target and like all this stuff. It's like the news will be like, oh, look at these people stealing. When it's like when we're in the middle of this crisis, it's not looked at as looting when
Oh yeah, yeah.
billionaires are
They trying to.
capitalizing. And it's like,
Yeah,
how do you, I don't know.
yeah.
It's
They
just,
putting the light on that when
yeah.
there's a lot of other stuff happening.
So, all right, let's switch gears back to the music for just before we end it. So we got the album Mill City coming out.
Yes, sir.
We got a few features on here from some people from the area.
Yeah, Big Swavy, he's from the area.
And
yeah.
who would you say are the artists in this area that you're closest to and that you talk to the most and help like bring your art to a higher level? Who would you say?
I would say, I mean, that I'm the closest to, definitely Big Swavy,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Rocket, A Blicky, who else? Damn, I'm trying to think. I mean, it's really.
I know your closest Humphrey. He's the one who connected us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I forgot. That's crazy. But it's really like it's family. Like all the artists that I'm cool with, for the most part, is like I really grew up with them for real.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
Did you go to Lowell High?
Nah, cause I moved out of Lowell like 2016.
Okay.
My freshman year. Yeah.
So where did you move to?
Washington.
Washington.
It's Coleman. Yeah.
So you're there now?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Oh wow, I wasn't aware of that. I thought you were still local.
Oh nah. I moved like it was like a big family move. We just all moved.
Yeah, but obviously the roots are still here, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Born and raised,
For
yeah.
sure. Yes,
Definitely.
sir.
So
I'm
how
gonna
old
be
are
back
you?
soon.
Yeah, how old are you now?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I didn't realize you were that young.
Yeah.
So you were just a baby. You were like 14 when you started making music.
Yeah, I was like I don't even know like how it came about, but I was a youngin.
Wow, that's so cool. So you're only getting started.
Oh yeah, for sure. 17, like
This is just the beginning. So
imagine like
is the goal to try to get a label, try to get signed, and just keep going?
I mean, I'm not trying to get signed. Like I'd sign if it's like a good deal for me. Like if it's like a partnership or something. Like, I'm
Right.
not
Yeah.
trying to be under a label or nothing.
Right.
That's not what
Because
I'm trying to do.
you hear all these horror stories of artists that get signed and then they feel so much constriction. And then you see artists like Chance the Rapper and there's other artists that pave their way and like do
Yeah,
everything
they
without a
took
label and they make even more money like percentage wise than the other artists that maybe like just as big.
See, that's the route I'm trying to go. Like it might be a
Yeah.
longer route, but it's gonna be beneficial.
Especially like I feel like in this day and age, like you see songs from people that maybe only have made a couple songs ever, and then they're like a little snippet of a song breaks out on like TikTok or something, and the next thing you
Oh
know, like
yeah,
everyone downloads that song.
that's
I
crazy.
feel like
That's like
it's probably the best time to be an artist right now because it's so easy to just like go like I'm obviously it's not easy, like it's a lot of hard work, but
For
the
sure, for sure.
accessibility to lesser known artists is there because of the internet and the power of the internet and
Oh
how
yeah,
things can be shared so fast.
especially TikTok right now. What? I don't even got it, but I know like people be getting famous out there and stuff like that.
Bro, I'm just gonna say it from I have a little bit of a marketing background, and I say, like, if you can get some of these songs on your album, get a few friends to make some TikTok dances or something to it. If
Oh
they can do
yeah,
that, to get a little trend started, just for, like, from people you know, get them started, then it gets on For You pages and people see that. You can try to get your song, like, really going on there. Make it one
for
of those.
sure, for sure.
Yeah, try to
I'm gonna
spread
try
that.
to. I'm gonna try to.
Because songs really spread like wildfire on there. Like, it's crazy.
But yeah, I'm gonna download the app and see what's good with it. I don't know if I'm gonna make no videos, but
Where
I'm
can
trying to get some of that.
they follow you on social media? What are your do you have a Twitter account? I know you have Instagram.
Yeah, I got a Twitter. I think it's the same as my Instagram. I don't
Okay.
use it that much, but
The thing I like about Twitter is that the retweet option that you don't really see on Instagram. I mean, I know you can add stuff to stories and stuff, but it's add
mhm.
other people's posts to your story. But like on Twitter, like if I like what you say, I can retweet it, and then all my followers will see your tweet. I love that because this just helps things spread like way faster too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna start using Twitter a little bit. I heard it's active.
I'm gonna
Like,
start. Yeah, I want to, like, I've been doing it a little bit with this channel where I just like upload clips and stuff to, like, I do Instagram and Twitter, and like I have a channel just for my podcast right here, Tucking Podcast, and so I'll just like put clips on there, but I really want to like start putting like way more, and then like also the YouTube clips, like full interview on one channel, and then I have a clips channel where it's just that. So like people who maybe aren't familiar with me, like maybe they just see the one clip and then they want to see my
oh
stuff.
yeah, for sure,
So I'll try to
for
get
sure.
this all clipped up too. So so for the people at home who don't care about this, I'm sorry, I just went into that tangent.
Yeah,
But yeah,
they gonna skip.
yeah, if you ever need some help, I do like a lot of video work and social media stuff. I have like experience with like working for companies and stuff, doing that for them. So if you ever need help, hit me up.
I'm gonna get at you, no question.
All right, man. So Mill City drops tonight at midnight. By the time you hear this, it'll probably be sometime tomorrow. It'll be what is it? May 29th. It'll be May
May
29th.
29th. MillCityKid. My fault. I forgot it's MillCityKid.
MillCityKid. Okay.
You feel me?
Oh, are you selling merch?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop some merch soon.
It's fire,
It's
bro.
like it's a little sample.
Are they all hoodies? Doing t-shirts too, or how's that?
I got some tees too. Cool little tees.
Fire.
Yeah.
I'll try to cop one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Support the hustle.
Love that, man. So Mill City will be out by the time you hear this on all platforms. Please follow NinoBand 978 on Instagram and Twitter, and maybe TikTok. We'll see.
maybe.
So please like and subscribe. I'm gonna end this right here. Thank you so much, NinoBand. It was such a great.
All right, bro.
Love having you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
All love.
Ooh, look at my diamonds, look at my drip, yeah. Ooh, I'm getting blessed, I feel like it's a dream, yeah. Ooh.